Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. This is another of my short stories. This one is from the book I've just started working on. It's called Light, as the companion volume to the book Dark, that just got published and is available on Amazon, as they say. Anyway, this story is called Throwing the Book at Him. Starting in elementary school, I was taught, subtly or forcefully, that my race and gender are bad, oppressors, evil, or clueless, clearly inferior. And that's been pumped into our brains from kindergarten through now when I'm in college. But I decided to occasionally raise politically incorrect questions in class, even if it cost me my grade. For example, in English, the syllabus was replete with radical BIPOC writing, such as that of James Baldwin. The professor said that Baldwin wrote, "People who treat other people as less than human must not be surprised when the bread they have cast on the waters comes floating back to them, poisoned." I raised my hand and asked, here we are in 2023, in which black-on-white violent crime is 9 times higher than reversed, and I cited the FBI statistics that assert that. And aren't you justifying black criminality against individuals, plus looting, rioting, even burning down cities when they don't like a court decision? The professor was silent. The class was silent. My heart was beating, but after a few minutes the professor didn't chastise me. Although he certainly didn't encourage the class to respond to my assertion, he just deflected. Other comments on Baldwin's call to action? Of course, I was worried that my question would lower my grade, and I believe it did. I received almost all A's in my courses, but he gave me a B on papers that I was confident deserved an A, and he gave me a B in the course. In my political science course, the professor devoted 2 class sessions to Kimberlé Crenshaw's book on intersectionality, the core assertion of which is that straight white males oppress everyone else. I asked, is intersectionality mainly just a way to get everyone but white males to join forces against them? Isn't that unfair and anti-merit? Again, the professor chose to not engage with me. I asked my final such question in the one course I thought I wouldn't need to, my physics course. The professor lamented the, quote, underrepresentation of BIPOCs, that is, non-Asian minorities, in physics in America. I raised my hand and asked, is all disproportionality evidence of racism? How about in the NBA? How about in music? How about that in the world's 195 countries, whether majority white or majority not white, there isn't one country in which physics has a proportionate share of BIPOCs? Are all 195 countries racist? Again silence. Again zero support from the professor or the students. Did every one of the students disagree with me? Or were they too scared that the professor would lower their grade, or perhaps scarier today, call them racist? The very next day, I got an email from the Dean of Students ordering me to come to his office. After lecturing me on the centrality of diversity, equity, and inclusion, he said, "I'll give you one more chance, but if it happens again..." His bookshelf had a whole section of woke books, and I grabbed one, Ibram X. Kendi's How to Be an Anti-Racist, and threw it at his feet. In any event, that story is called Throwing the Book at Him. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments, and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. I certainly would welcome you checking out the 2 books of my short stories that are available on Amazon now. One is called Soloists, Stories of Introverts and Outsiders Facing a Dilemma, and the other is just published. It's called Dark, Stories about the Things We Whisper About. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.